Hello everyone, and welcome to just a little one-off episode. You see, I like to do these occasionally, mostly if I have something I want to talk about. Today we're going to be looking at the beginning, at least, of Digimon World Dawn, or as it's known in Japan, Digimon Story Dawn. So, basically what happened is recently, against all odds, the new Digimon story game, Cyber Sleuth, has been confirmed to be coming to North America. And as I am a giant Digimon fan, possibly more than Pokemon in some cases, I really want to just talk about how excited I am. And for those of you kids who don't know what Digimon is or think it's a Pokemon ripoff, you are absolutely wrong. And I'm going to show you. So first off, this is a DS game, 2007. I have no means of recording it other than through an emulator, but apparently it's legal because I have the copy myself. But I went to look up prices for this game, and it's like $200 now. Digimon games get stupidly expensive, but I guess enough talk, we'll continue talking after. We have to be a boy or girl, just like Pokemon. The girl is actually the canon choice, because there is canon to this. So we're going to be the girl. Now, mind you, she herself... the actual canon game is the other version, Digimon World Dusk. But we're going to play as the girl in the light version. There's no big differences. It is different, but it's not huge. So this is something really cool. You actually get, like, not just one Digimon. You have, like, one consistent Digimon across, like, your starter Digimon per version. Coronamon in this one, and I think it's Lunamon in the other one. But other than that, you get a pack of Digimon to start off with, which is cool. So you get, like, you know, all these different types, and you got Rise Greymon and Anguamon. And it says at the side there, a well-balanced pack. It lets you get Anguamon Digimon more quickly. Basically, some Digimon are locked unless you have gotten a type of Digimon. And so if you don't have Anguamon, you can't get the ones that are locked. So this one lets you get her right from the beginning. Or, you know, you have to train up a Gatomon to, like, level 80 and then Digivolve her. But if you want to start off, you know, with Anguamon, you can go right here and get her this way. This one lets you get Growlmon, who you might know from Digimon Season 3 Tamers, as well as Metal Seadramon. We got Airdramon and Cinduramon, and Repamon and Karatenmon. I think that's just Karatemon, but for some reason they added an N. This game has a notoriously bad translation, so since I'm not going to be playing it through all the way, I say let's start off with Rise Greymon and Anguamon because they are actually so cool. Yes, I want this pack. And we're gonna, and so like their name, it's called Coronamon, but it doesn't fit. And that's another weird thing. They kept the Japanese character limits, which is okay for some. But then you got, like, Rise Greymon, who is just way too long. And, you know, Anguamon, and it just tries to fit their name in. And it doesn't really work. So, that's one thing. This game, again, we got a very lucky case of, wow, it actually got localized. But it's like, it got localized very poorly. I think the character limit is 10 characters for your name, which is insane. So, it starts off with a tournament. Between Light Claw and Night Crow, or Light Fang and Night Crow. That's supposed to be Night Claw, you know, like Fang and Claw, but no, they just, man, mistranslations are a thing. So, I'm not going to do a full Let's Play of this for the reason of, you know, like, I played through this game fully through. I almost even completed, like, the super tough Disgaea level bonus side quest, but, there's a lot of grinding, like a lot. The reason you grind a lot is because it's addicting, and that's one good thing. And so the new Digimon game coming out, Cyber Sleuth, it's actually based on this universe. That's an alternate universe to this game, but it's still like in the same multiverse, if that makes sense. So also the opponent is a Nightclaw named Sayo. We are actually Sayo as well. Hooray for crazy different name convoluted stuff. But no, Sayo is a canon character, and we are also her. It's weird, the version differences, because like in the other version you are Night Crow, but at the same time you're not, so it's weird. The story gets flipped. But in terms of like actual changes go, it's more than what Pokemon's ever done. And that's something I gotta say. A lot of people will say like, hey, it's like, you know, this is a straight up ripoff of Pokemon. But I actually think this is so much cooler in a couple ways. For example, the Digimon designs. They get so much better. Also, you have your Digimon follow you. It's like the one Pokemon game, then it was never talked about again. No, you got like friggin' Susanomon here. It's like, the one weird thing about this game is how like all these super crazy high level Digimon just have like mundane jobs. It's like, here's Bancho Leomon, just chilling out. Here's the villain from Digimon the movie in his form that he actually skipped over in the movie. Which, fun fact, I actually watched right before I recorded this, and it's just as good as I remember. Also, I watched it dubbed because I'm a terrible piece of garbage who prefers stuff dubbed. So we're up next in the tournament. Light Fang currently has 2 straight losses. Nightcrow only needs 1 more to win the whole thing. You need to stop that from happening. So this game is a sequel to Digimon World DS, which explains how this all got to be and stuff. But I never played that. And I mean, it's you don't really need it. It's not a huge deal. You know, we got all these people on our team. I think I played through Dusk though, because I had both versions, because I really like this game. And I think it was Dusk that I played through more. Because, I don't know. I just thought Dusk was cooler. And, it's a kind of tough game unless you do one thing at the beginning, which, totally breaks the game. Which I might show off if we're given the chance. But, you know, it wouldn't be the start of a monster-based RPG without something going wrong. So, we'll see as we go up here. And we get our chance at the tournament. Thankfully, it's not like something that you can lose easily, if I remember properly. It has been a while since I played this. So let's hop onto the stage here. Here we're fighting Newton. I'll defeat you and win 3 in a row. Then I'll be the Group B champ in the normal tournament. So who's this guy who couldn't even defeat us? Or couldn't even defeat all our team? He could defeat all our team. How do I English? So this one also has a really cool battle system. One that is sort of strategic, but, you know, sort of not. Like, I'll show you. It almost plays like an SRPG at times. Which shows you don't know, that's a strategy RPG. So he has 1 Digimon, a 1 rookie level Digimon, and we have Rise Greymon and Angelomon, and then Coronamon, but whatever. So you can, oh, we can't actually move yet? Oh, darn it. Okay, so I guess we don't have that yet. But as you can see, sort of like the battlefield is split into 5 sections. And so depending on where you are in the battlefield, you know, you have one attack that hits 1, or you could have attacks that hit twice. And as you can see, it tells you how much damage they do. This one does 49 and lets you hit 1. This one does 102, which burns 2 zones by firing 3 fireballs consecutively. So of course we're going to do this one because it's so much more powerful, but it takes up more MP. That said, that doesn't really matter because we just one-hit KO'd them. And so this is where the interesting thing comes in. Your experience in this game is actually, you have experience for every single type. Almost like the effort values in Pokemon. So like, if you want to evolve, say, you know, Greymon into Metal Greymon, you'll have to get not just experience points, but machine experience points. This sounds stupid, and it kind of is, because you have to grind specific types, but it's actually really cool to see, like, all the different types level up and stuff, and I really like it. Not only that, this game has astonishing amounts of Digimon. Like, I'm pretty sure there's more Digimon in this than all the way up to like Gen 5. And I'd say, you know, there are recolors, but most of them aren't. So here we got the next opponent, Paunch. Let's see if he's going to be just as threatening as Newton. Has anyone with the name Newton ever been threatening, though? I mean, that's just it's a kind of sad name. But here we get the move ability. But the thing is, you also might not want to move your team to be separate. Because, for example, you can get healing techs that make it so that you're, you know, it only affects ones that are side by side. So, you know, it's very interesting the way you go about it. So he has a Gabumon, which those of you who watched Digimon from the beginning, you should know who Gabumon is. He also has a Mame Tyrannomon. And I'm sure there'll be people watching this video who've never played Digimon or watched Digimon, and you're probably like, what is this? Why do you know all these characters' names? And it's quite simple, really. Digimon, for me, I've loved, I'd say for a long time, more than Pokemon. Back in the days of elementary school, you kind of picked a side. There was very much people who were more Digimon and people who were more Pokemon. Me, I was more Digimon up until Digimon sort of started to fade away. Then I became more Pokemon. And it started to fade away, I'd say, in the 4th season for us. Because then it actually got taken off TV. And they got put onto another channel. We used to watch on the Fox Box, which then became 4Kids. But then it got changed over to YTV, and then like weekday, midday slots. So it's like, you know, when you have weekday, midday slots, no one's going to watch it because they're at school. So you have the next trainer here, Guts. Not to be confused with Guts from Berserk. That'd be an amazing plot twist. And so yeah, it's like, I really like Digimon because of just how much, I don't know, almost more mature it is compared to Pokemon, which is ironic because Pokemon originally was very mature and then became more child-friendly. Well, you know, it's like Digimon was kind of child-friendly and then went to very, very mature, to the point where Cyber Sleuth is looking like a Persona game, which, hey, you know I play that game right now, so it's like, it's a good thing. One thing you do have to watch out for is you do have MP that runs out, and I think you do restore a little bit each turn. But you gotta be careful, you know, because it's like, I don't know. It's been a while since I played this. I actually don't remember if it restores each turn. But, yeah, God, there's so many different Digimon, you know, and the way you get them, too, at least in the original version, I can't really show it off because, I mean, I may be on an emulator or something, even though I already said it, is really cool because what you could do is you could go online and, like, go to people's farms, and then from there be like, hey, I want to mate, like, I'll just look at you and I'll be like, hey, I want your Golemon to mate with my whatevermon, and then you get an egg and hatch it. But the other way you get it, which is confirmed to be in this game, or no, in Cyber Sleuth, is basically you automatically start gaining data every time you encounter an opponent, and from that data, you get them. So, like, you have to run into Digimon, say, 10 times or 20 times, and then you just go back to your house and you can get it. Like, you don't have to pay for anything, you have to cash in the data you got, but you just get the data from looking at them. Meaning, it's not like Pokemon where you have to say, okay, now instead of killing this guy, I have to capture him. It's like, no, every single random encounter adds up to your total that lets you get them. Which is a great idea, because you can literally have just so many Digimon by the end. And what can you do with them? Well, that's what the top-bottom screen is for. Is it the top or bottom? I'm not sure. I think it's the bottom. Yeah, no, it's the bottom. Or no, it's the top. It is the top. Yeah, that's the top up there. Or to the left, rather, for you. Basically, what you can do is, I can't go to it right now, but you have a farm that you can raise them like the original virtual pets. Because remember, Digimon first came out as a male counterpart to Tamagotchi. So, like, they were little virtual pets that you keep on a keychain, except they battle instead of just do nothing. So, you have that built in, but instead of having one, you can have, like, 50 of them just all doing stuff. And so here we get to see the leader of the other team. So, if you were playing the other version, the situation would be switched around. Chief Julia and Chaos Gallantmon. Yeah, no, I definitely played the Dusk version because I remember fighting Chaos Gallantmon. Spoilers, not really. Or wait, no. Do you fight them in... Wait, it might have been Dawn then. Because I would fight them. I'm not even sure I remember. But it's okay, because you can get both the starters and stuff, so it's great. And here's Sayo. She's the character that actually appears in Cyber Sleuth as a holdover from this game. So, see, it's like I didn't even remember she came in. Because I'm pretty sure in the other version, I'm pretty sure I got a dude opponent, because I might have played as a dude. I'm not sure. That's fine. So we get to do a battle, though. We'll see how this goes. If you're wondering how long this part's going to be, I mean, you can look. I'm going to play it for at least a good bit until the plot twist happens, and, you know, this is going to be a one-off. I'm not going to be playing through this whole game, as I said, because it is a game that almost feels Monster Hunter-y in its setup, where it's like you get a quest and go to similarly designed areas, you know, so it's like it's not even that story-driven, but it is still, you know, so let's go into the tournament, though. Sayo of Nightcrow looks strong, but you can beat her. Good luck, Sayo. I made a terrible mistake. So let's head into the battle stage, and I don't know why you wouldn't be at this point. I mean, unless you close your DS to take a sip of water or something. So, let us fight the mysterious doppelganger. Actually, it's strange that, you know, they look the same. Nothing's ever said. It's not even brought up. I mean, it's literally supposed to be like the alternate version of you if you join the other team. But, whatever. Are you ready? This guy reminds me of the referee from Metabots. That's another game I'm going to talk about one of these days. Metabots. Well, anime game, you know, it's like one of those things. She has a Lilamon, Mach Gaugamon, and Lunamon, the other starter. And I actually think this is one team you can get if you start the other version. This is like what the team we got. You would get that instead. Also, interesting fact, Rise Greymon, Mach Gaugamon, and Lilamon are actually the 3 main characters from the 4th season of Digimon. So there you go. Actually, at the time, that was the newest season. And the way they were going about this was like they're pushing it, you know, at the same time. Because this was, I think, a 10th or 20th anniversary game. One of the two. And so they were pushing it, you know, they're trying to push it, and you can actually, as bonus bosses, fight the main characters from Digimon. What's it called? It's not Data Squad, but it has a name. Savers? It was Digimon Savers, yeah. So it's interesting. Your little starter here doesn't seem very good. He's not doing much damage. It's like, why would you even at this point? But as you'll soon see, that's gonna flip on its head right away. She's got Lilamon left. Not to be confused with Lilymon. For a while I was like, hey, that looks like Lilymon, but then you look and you're like, no, Lilymon is very different. I mean, it's obviously meant to be like what's it called? An XP of Lilymon, but no, this is Lilamon. Don't confuse them. It's interesting though, like, because a lot of these character designs are actually censored in the American cartoon. Because these games are done by Namco, while the cartoon is done by... Oh, who's it done by? Sabin Brands, the same guys who do Power Rangers, right? And so it's like, those ones censor a lot, but in this you get it, like, uncensored. For example, Lilithmon, otherwise known as... Oh, she has a different name. And she's not known as, like, the Digimon of Lust and stuff. There's a lot of biblical references. Holy moly. You get into Digimon Jesus, and you get the Digimon Satan. I'm pretty sure Satanmon is a Digimon. There is no Jesusmon, but there's Alphamon, who is literally said to be Jesus-like. You got, like, the evil god Digimon, and it's like, it gets real, and you get, like, the 7 deadly sins. That's what I love about Digimon, is that it goes so much further than Pokemon. It gets so, like, the power levels, if you will, get giant. They get utterly, holy moly. It's like, you know, it's like Pokemon, you got like 3 levels of evolution and maybe a mega evolution. But then in this, it's like you got like all the 5 levels, but it's like, no, some of them can go on. I actually got in my main game one of the ultimate Digimon. I got Imperial Dramon Paladin mode, who requires like 5 of the main characters fused together, which is incredible. He was tough to get though. You needed Omnimon and Imperial Dramon to fuse, which if you know Digimon, you know that's like, wow, that's already 4 characters that are super powerful combined. It's like, oh my god. But enough, I'm totally blocking over the story because this game isn't known for its story despite being known as Digimon's story. I play it because it's great, like RPG monster level up stuff. So there's a weird dude going around who might be a Digimon but might be not, but it's okay because we're back in our home city. So, Night Crow and Light Fang are old rivals. Winning's important, but even more so is to have a good match. So we got our partners here, who you actually don't see much. Again, it's not super story-oriented, so it's like, you know, it's you pick a quest, you go do the quest, and that's it. We have something to talk about. Oh, no. There's a lot of games that follow this structure, though, of like a guild, if you will, and you're like the one prize student. So we got some suspicious activity happening in Dark Moon, and there's rumor of it happening in Sunshine City, and it's like, oh my goodness, what is happening? There's all sorts of crazy stuff. Suspicious activity inside the server. And I guess for those of you who don't know about Digimon, I haven't even said this yet, we're in the digital world. We're in computers. Or the internet. Or the manifestation of the internet. Which is, and there's computers in the internet. It's confusing because every single, like, universe of Digimon is sort of different. I think in this one it's just an alternate universe, but I'm not sure what it is in other ones. Like, it's confusing. There's, like, because there's a bunch of different continuities, you know. Wait, why is he making us wait? I'm talking to you. Oh no, what did we do wrong, Nightmon? Oh, you did great today. Thanks, Nightmon. Hey there, Nightmon. Wow, it must be confusing to be two of the same dude. Tournament must have worn you out. Say, when that happens, the best thing to do is go back to Tamer Home and rest. Tamer Home is literally... Oh, wait, is this not the way to Tamer Home? How have I totally forgotten? Oh, we're gonna do this again. Oh, wait, no, that's not the way to Tamer Home. Right. Tamer Home is a different way. I think. Yeah. That's one problem I have with RPGs in general, is I always forget the layout of places. And it took me forever to get the layout of this place down, because it's like, it's not hard, it's like 6 squares, really? But it's like, you know, and this is the teleport Tamer Home, I remember it now. Apparently we got a gift. Must be something amazing, how lucky. Instead of being jealous of Seiya, why don't you guys just get stronger? Whoa, yeah, get good, scrub. Man, this... And it's funny, though, because it's like... This is supposed to represent what it's like being in a chat room and stuff. But has anyone ever... okay, no, I'm not going to say has anyone ever actually gone in a chat room. I have never really gone in a chat room, other than for those Sonic videos, which I'm not going to talk about. But it's like... I don't know. And especially Cyber Sleuth is all about. You're in a chat room, and it's like all of a sudden everything goes wrong as usual. That's how those games work, you know. It's like everything's going according to normal, and then everything went to heck. So Gatomon here is actually our, like, Navi Digimon, who just is here to give gifts and be our, like, our helper. I think in the other one it's Devimon, or something similar. Like, it's an evil little dude in the dark version. But here we get our farm island, which lets us raise our Digimon and put them in eggs, and you can train them a la like the old games. There you can do DNA evolution and evolution in general. And unlike Pokemon, in this one, not only do you Digivolve or evolve forward, but you can evolve backwards. And you will need to do this a lot, because essentially the only way to make your Digimon actually get like a higher max level is to evolve them and then de-evolve them to raise their amplitude. And so that way it's like you'll have to go back and forth, and they'll be strong and weak, and you have to get them back up, but they keep skills and stats, and it's so good. So this Tamer girl here is just like, you know, talking to Greymon, who, for those of you who like Digimon, you're like, oh my god, it's Greymon, and there's actually multiple Greymon in this game. There's a lot of Greymon. Many types of Greymon. In fact, Greymon's probably one of the biggest lines of just like different variants. It's cool though. You got Tyrannomon here. Surprised they kept a lot of the Japanese names, because, you know, they always censor that. It's like, you know, Tai Chi becomes Tai. I think Masako becomes Matt. I don't know his Japanese name. Takeru becomes TK. Here's War Greymon, another Greymon. I mean, who doesn't like Greymon, though? So it's okay. You know, you got Cherubimon down there, the villain of the movie. You know, whatever. It's like, whatever. Alright, but that's the good Cherubimon. I'm sorry, all I'm really doing is fangirling about Digimon, but hey, Wait till my full LP of Cyber Sleuth. That's gonna be even more. Even though I'm sure this one is a lot more because it's just sprites. And it's only one sprite. It's a forward sprite and, well, forward and overworld. It's not like it's full 3D models and animations and stuff. And apparently the alarm's going off. That's never good. City alarm is never... That's something of, like, old RPGs. It was always like they would always fully capitalize certain words. Like, I know city is always capitalized fully in this. Oh, hey, that doesn't look good. Hey, who are you? You look suspicious. And Slash Angemon here is like, or Slush Angemon, sorry. His name is Slash Angemon, but in the English dub of Cross Wars, they changed him to Slush Angemon. You know, like he makes slushes. Why? He has blades for arms. His name should be Slash Angemon, and you make it Slush. Okay, like, some of them I'll understand. You know, changing the name of, like, Boobmon or whatever, even though it's not one. But it's like, yeah, Slash is bad? Also, he's literally killing Digimon. Because, I don't know if you know, this is like deep Digimon lore we're going into. Digimon never die. They revert to eggs. Also, this music really reminds me of Mega Man Battle Network. Another game which I'd love to take a look at. Possibly do a full Let's Play of. Maybe in the future. We'll see. I'll have an easier time with that because it's on the Wii U. But yeah, no, this dude just has the power to revert people to Digimon to Digi-Eggs all at once. Which is, like, that's some crazy JoJo power. In fact, that is a JoJo power. But thankfully, we got sent home. Sayo, wake up, Sayo! Something has happened in city. Oh no! Also, I think both games have, like, the same dialogue for characters. So that's why it just says city, so that it doesn't have to change it for, like, most events. So, like, all this would be the exact same, just with different characters. Even though you got a farm card as a tournament gift, you won't be able to get a farm island until we solve this stuff. So we can come back and restore them here. And also save and stuff. One thing that's really funny is that, like, in this game, if you, oh, I guess I can't just do it right now. If you go and, no, stop. Right, no, it's just you get it for just going in, right? Oh, and the save is right here. If you die, if you lose, it literally is you wake up and it's like your character had a bad dream, but you keep all the experience and stuff. So that's a nice way of going about it. I like it. Oh my god, I don't know if you just noticed, but our party has de-digivolved. That's right. They have gone back to Agumon. And oh god, I can't remember your name. This one is, what's Salamon? As you see, you can go into Gatomon, but you can even go back further into Puttymon. But as you see, the requirements are that you have to have your Digimon be level 3, and you had to have had Puttymon at some point in your party. So it's like you can't just go back unless you meet all the requirements. Gatomon here, you have to be level 18, and your friend level has to be 70%. Friend level you get by just leveling them up and having them in your party and being friendly with them. And here we have the veritable mascot for Digimon, Agumon, who, as you see, can become both Greymon and Geogreymon, who, those of you who have watched the Digimon TV show, this is actually just the Greymon from Savers. And you have classic, everyone loves it, Greymon right here. It's a good way of going about it, so you can get both, like, the cool new design and the old design. Because in that one, that's just how it is. It's like, it's just the same Digimon with a redesign. But in this, they're like, nah, let's just switch them up into two different ones so that you can have both types. And here we have Sunmon, who evolves into Coronamon, who later on will get to evolve into Phyramon. Which is so cool. And you know, you got that's also, you know, you got the in training, which turns into Rookie. You got Champion, Ultimate, and then you have Mega. And then after Mega, it just keeps saying Mega, but you can get like some Digimon which go like up to like 7 Megas. And not to mention, you get ones that you can fuse together to make new ones. And some of the fusions have their own set of requirements. And then there's Digi-Eggs to Digi-Armor Energize, and oh my god, this game has so many freaking Digimon. It's so good! I cannot stress enough how much I love it. Oh, and also I should also show that you have, you can take a look at the gallery of all the Digimon that you have. So let's actually go back to scan percent so that we can look at all of them. And they have bios. It's like a reptilian Digimon which can walk on 2 legs. With hard claws growing from its toes and fingers and pepper breath blown from its mouth, it stands up against any enemy. And it's like there's information on all of them. It's like it's a divine Digimon, but it hasn't realized its mission, so it can turn good or evil. And it's like, I can't believe there's all these ones, and like they didn't censor Anjuwomon's boobs for once, hooray, even though they're not that big here. But it's like, whatever, and I think if you click on them, yeah, they do their attack animation, which you'll see when you play as them. There's only one attack animation for all of them, but hey, that's cool. And can we just stop and appreciate that this isn't even the final form of like Greymon here? This is Rise Greymon, and this isn't even his final form. Literally, he has 2 more after this, and he keeps getting cooler and cooler. I love Digimon for this purpose, more so than Pokemon. Pokemon, you know, kind of stops after a while. I've never seen these kinds of things happen, neither have the Digimon. Well, they can't really see anything considering they're dead. But yeah, no, everything went to crap. And the cool thing is, I'm not going to show it because it requires playing through the game, but after they hatch and stuff, they actually start to, like, over the course of the game, they level up and evolve. And Pokemon here didn't turn into one because he and the other one, I forget the name of the other dude, but they're from season 4. Yeah, his partner from the TV show. They don't turn into it because they're, like, special. And I don't know why. I think it's because you can't get them either as playable characters. Most you can, but not here. And of course this virus is just oppressing all of us. It's not cool. And it laughs because, you know, viruses have personalities. One thing I will say though, the bosses in these games are very, number one, they're huge. Like, they take up 3 slots, as you can see here. Meaning you can actually hit them multiple times if you, like, if you're, you know, it's like, okay, this one only takes up a slot, but other ones will be, like, 3 spaces big. And so if you have a multi-hit attack, it will do multiple hits of damage, which is cool. So as you can see, though, it's like, he's a little stronger than us. And if you see, our Digimon are back to level 1. So it's like, they're weak as weak, but Coronamon didn't de-digivolve because I don't know why. And it's fine. But Coronamon will be like, basically before, you know, Coronamon was holding down the other 2, now Coronamon is the one holding the team together. Or Lunamon if you're playing the other one. Call Cat. He literally called a cat and it slashed. There's some strange attack names, like Grand Cross makes sense, Holy Shoot, Gatling Punch, you know, like these are all attacks that have names that make sense. But then you get some later on that you're like, okay, how does this hurt me? It's very strange. And actually being level 1 isn't the worst, because whenever you reset a Digimon back, or even Digivolve them, they go back to level 1. But that just means that, you know, like their stats stay. This guy he's calling bats to attack us, which do dark damage, which, yeah, they shouldn't do that much, because it's dark against holy. I mean, hey, that's just how it goes, you know? Holy's better against dark. There is I'm pretty sure, a weakness circle, but I'm not exactly sure how it works, because there's many elements and stuff. So this is like physical, and you got holy. And for the most part, it's easy to tell who is who, but sometimes it's a little like, is that one really that? But whatever. We've almost defeated this bro. I think after this boss, we will call it a part. Sadly, if you want this game, which I highly recommend, you really have to pay out the nose for it. Like, it's really, all Digimon games are super expensive for some reason. It's like, man, if Namco Bandai would just start releasing them on PlayStation Network, like the original Digimon World games, that'd be awesome. But it's like, they're not going to do that because of licensing and stuff, even though they still have the Digimon license, and oh my god, all this craziness. I mean, you can also have other means of playing it, but I mean, I'm not condoning that. I'm only doing this because I can do this legally according to Canadian law. But it's different for you guys, so don't. As you see, like one battle, we got them up to level 5. You know, and we only got 50 experience, because it's not hard to level them up. I mean, mind you, like, Coronamon here got 1 level up, but it's like you got all the way up. Defense going up, like, 5-6 points. You got new skills. There's skills and weapons and all sorts of stuff. Good. It's really good. Actually, I'm going to keep playing for a bit more, because I can. So, you know, there's so much to this game that I'm not showing. And it's like, because there's so much you can do, man. And it's like, okay, so we're checking the systems now. But I can't even explain, because it's not even that deep of a game in the way that, you know, if you just do things normally, by the end of the game, you'll have a super powerful team of crazy mega levels. But at the same time, there's so much bonus stuff after you beat the game. And, like, it gets into Disgaea levels of bonus bosses, like I said. You know, you fight a gauntlet of, like, 7 Holy Knight Digimon, and it's like, oh my god. You know, it's so good, though, because you feel so accomplished. And at the beginning of the game, it is totally possible to cheat the game, because you get codes, right? And it's always like, you know, you put in the codes, and you get, from the start away, you know, you can get all these, rare Digimon right away, exclusive ones, and you can also get legendary weapons, armor, and I think a ring, which is an accessory, and those can help you at the start of the game. But man, by the end of the game, it's like, even if you start with them, you're still having trouble. Like, the game is still tough. Like, yeah, you have a good start, because you have a super powerful Dot Shine Greymon, but then it's like, you know, eventually everything starts to catch up with you, and eventually they become kind of weak, because you can't put them back to get more stats, because to de-evolve them, they need to be level 70. Which, I mean, you're working up the entire game to get them to level 70 to begin with, but then by the end of the game, getting them to level 70 is no problem. It's like, you know, you go back and, you know, one battle will give you 20 levels, and it's like, holy moly. It's good. It's really good. I wonder if we can actually put in the passcodes. That'd be wonderful. I have a bad feeling. I think you do it here? There's one place you do it. Might be too early. We'll see. As you see, even this dude, I think it was a Nubismon over here, got sent back. It's like, whoa. How can this wave of dark magic have affected everyone so dearly? And it's because it's a virus, plain and simple. Because, you know, Digimon are just data. So, of course, it's like they'll be susceptible to that. And, you know, you got little Gummymons here. You know, they're the guards now. They are the ones who are supposed to guard the city. And they're Gummymons. You got Koromon here, main character of the first season. You got all these rookie levels who, you know, Poyomon, absolutely adorable. And it's like, it's funny that they go like less than Pokemon when they're at the bottom. It's like, these are way too simple to be Pokemon. But then when they're digivolving, it's like they become, okay, they're Pokemon-like, and then they just go straight up into like, oh my god, giant god monsters and stuff, and that's what I love. I love this sense of holy crap that Digimon brings people, you know. And of course, we try to leave. It's like we can't even go back because everything's still gone to poop. I thought you were going to force your way out like the other 3. Oh no! What did they do? It's Dangerous Side. I hope those 3 are doing all right. So actually, we need to go grab a mission because, you know, like in any game, you need to go grab the missions and stuff. So you go here. You can talk to these, and all these guys actually give missions based on the type that they are. So I think you got holy, you got metal, you got water, you got flying, and these are like mandatory story ones. Okay, so we're not actually doing a quest right now. For some reason, these dudes inside are fine. They didn't get sent back because they were staying inside, unlike, you know, everyone else. Let's head this way because we haven't gone this way. I'm trying to remember where to go next because I actually have no idea. And that is one problem I will have with this game. There is no map system, and the game itself is just kind of confusing. Because it's like, you're kind of thrown in. It's like an old school RPG where there's not much give or take of story. It's just like, you're mostly thrown into the adventure and just being like, yeah, okay, go ahead, you know, do your adventuring, and then that's it. So, let us go out into the digital world, though, where we actually get to see real levels and stuff. Oh, and they're trying to leave. We don't know what's going on outside. It's dangerous, but these guys are like, don't worry, man, we're good. They get totally screwed over. So, I guess while I'm staying here, if you guys are like never watched Digimon before, I'm gonna say go on Netflix and watch Tamers. You know, the first 2 seasons are good, don't get me wrong, but man, Tamers, the 3rd season, that is where things get so real. It also gets really scary. I've never played a game before that gets truly disturbing, or never watched an anime that, like, as a kid that got that disturbing. Man, it gets Evangelion levels of oh my god at some points. It needs to be seen to be believed. So as you can see here, this is our map. We will go all these places eventually. In fact, there'll be so many that it'll be like, you know, as you can see, it shows you what species are there, which is good for level grinding. You know, it's like you want to pick one. You know, there'll be some that only have like 3, so you're like, okay, we'll pick one of those ones there. But we're gonna go Login Mountain. Get it? It's a computer. And so this is what all the areas are like. They're just kind of sprite sheets mashed together. They're kind of random, but it's fine because you're not really playing for the environment so much as just, you know, playing for the experience, literally getting experience and stuff. And that is one problem though. This game has a high encounter rate. Possibly, I'm not gonna say one of the highest in any RPG I've played, but man, does it, like, you can't walk through one area without usually getting into one battle, as you can see here. And they don't take forever. Okay, so first off, you see that 10% at the bottom there that was in the corner? You might not have been able to, but that means we're 10% to the way of getting a Monodramon by just encountering him, which is a really cool way to go about it. Now, this game, though, at the beginning, you know, you have your Coronamon that'll help you beef through stuff, but you'd be surprised at how easy your team dies. And it is one of those hard start RPGs, unless, or until, rather, you get the ability to put in the passcodes and can get super tough Digimon right from the start. But you can't really do that right now. You're kind of forced into this situation. But it's like, at the same time, don't worry too much. You will level up quickly. The level ups themselves aren't what you're looking for. You really want the stats more. And also, if you don't want a Digimon on your team, switch them out. You know, it's like, I don't want Angelwomon in their base form. It's like, just give me change me over to a Monodramon once I encounter more of him. You can go back and heal at any time. It's like no big deal. We got 80 or yeah, we got, was it Digibits we got? Or was it something else? Yeah, because we don't... Oh, here they are. No. So, Digi-R150S. And Digimin. Digimins heal your MP. Digi-R feels your HP. Valuables here. Farm card. All sorts of good stuff. And I think, because we're not going to be able to show off the legendary Digimon and stuff that I was hoping to by putting in the codes, because it might take a while, we're going to not. We're going to actually probably end the part right here by killing this Tokamon. Sorry, baby Patamon, but, you know, you gotta go. Also, I love the scary teeth in it. Actually, that's what I want to talk about for just before we go. Digimon started as, like, a gross-out version of Tamagotchis, which were cute, but then it evolved into, like, cool stuff, and now it's actually going into sexy stuff. If you look at modern Digimon females, you'll see they are very, very fan servicey, because a famous doujinshi writer for Digimon, which I'm not going to explain, it's someone who draws Digimon quite lewdly, you know. They're like the main artists now for Digimon, for character design and like card game art, which is utterly baffling, but that's just how it goes. It's handled so differently from Pokemon, and that's sort of why I really like it. And especially nowadays where we don't have a new Pokemon game coming out for a good couple, well, not a couple, but a good year now. Because it's like, you know, we got Super Mystery Dungeon, and that's it. They're not making a new Pokemon game yet. Like, we haven't been confirmed. I mean, they're probably making it, but there's not going to be a new Pokemon game this year. So what am I going to do? I'm going to play Digimon. I know, blasphemous. Some of you are like, oh my god, but he just said he just said that. And if I was on the playground, I'd get beat up. But that's how it is. So with us killing Hawkmon, who's the main character in Digimon Season 2, we will see you all next time on another video. Thank you all for watching this one-off Let's Play of Digimon World Dawn. If you like what you see, be sure to stick around into 2016 for Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth on PS4, where I'll hopefully be able to do a Let's Play of that. I mean, things change. I might die or something, whatever. See you all later. Ciao.